Well, good morning, and thank you very much for joining us. I am Yori Folare. Okay. Well, first of all, let me just say that we'll continue as much as we can, but it might well be that we might have to cut away to a groundbreaking ceremony for the construction of the Mina Bida Road in the program. But then again, we might be through with the program before they actually start their business. So once again, thank you very much for joining us. And I guess this morning is Mr. Omoruyi Edogiawere. Yes, he gave me a pass mark the last time I said it, and I hope he still maintains his pass mark. A fine morning to you, Omoruyi. Mr. Edogiawere is a startup business lawyer and financial analyst. Fine morning to you.
Good morning. How are you today?
Very well, thank you. Very well. Well, let's talk some hard stuff. Is the way people will see the subject matter of our discussion, because we want to talk about taxation, levies, and our inflationary trends. Clearly, we are in inflationary times. You don't even need to be a student of economics, in which case you wouldn't understand particularly what is going on and what it means. But people just know that we are in inflationary times because the price of everything has gone higher. We are seeing a figure of 31.7%, which is up almost 10% on the same thing this is as of February, on the same time a year before. Then we're hearing that food inflation is even a different thing, but is equally as high. Now, we want to sort of explore the link, if there is any, I suspect there might be, from taxation to levies and these inflationary trends that we're seeing. Give me an overview, please, to start off with.
All right. I think that there's an adage that says that if you do not know where rain started hitting you, you probably not know where it stops. And a lot of what we're grappling with today are issues that we have allowed to fester for so long, and chickens have now come home to roost. And when we look at how did we get here, we demystified local manufacturing and intensified our efforts on importation. We devalued our naira because we focused more on FX for foreign transactions, foreign trips, foreign purchases. We placed so much emphasis on oil and made it the mainstay of our economic well-being, and to the detriment of other sectors. We've allowed our manpower and human resource capital continue to live and take their talents elsewhere. And then we have not equipped and developed the workforce of government, which is the civil and public service, where the best hands come in. But rather, we have relied heavily on quota systems, nepotism, tribal and religious sentiments, and political patronage to build our first level, which is the workforce we have. So why are we surprised that we are where we are? What really have we done to prevent us from getting to this place? And if we continue to apply that band-aid effect, you get a scratch, a continuous rash, and rather than go to the hospital, you continue to plaster it and do cosmetic treatment on it, and it continues to do more damage, and you ask those questions, then I think we are the ones that are deceiving ourselves. We know where our problems are, and if we don't fix those problems, we'll be deceiving ourselves. Today, I like with data, right? So what is the data today? Food inflation, as of today, stands at 40.1%. The general inflation is between 31 and 33%. Banks continue to increase interest rates. The electricity tariff has gone up 300%. The Naira continues to experience volatility. And all we get are reactionary measures. Now, even on the part of the average Nigerian, today, the electricity tariffs have gone up. A lot of us have now realized that we can't just leave our bulbs on anytime. We can't just leave our air conditions running. Everyone is now minimizing light. Because for a long time, government did not play its role in making the citizenry understand the real cost of living. And even when all these challenges from fuel subsidy to all the economic issues came, what was the approach of government? Palliatives, 8,000 naira. We sat in the studio sometime last year, and I vehemently spoke against these 8,000 naira palliative, because what can you do? Now, what is the solution to our problem? Mr. President had said, look, labor pain comes and people must bear those labor pains. And while I completely agree with the President that no recovery is easy and labor is never easy, but there's also something the doctors will tell you that is called epidural, that helps the nursing mother balance the ache and pain that labor brings. But also, while you are giving those, palliatives to ease the pain, the medical team is also working assiduously to ensure that both the mother and the baby are safe. What do we need to do to rescue our country? We're talking of tariffs, we're talking of all that we're speaking about. If we don't improve infrastructure, if we do not improve indigenous manufacturing and improve our agri sector, food inflation will not come down. Now, what we also have failed to put in perspective is the fact that the average Nigerian no longer believes in the efficacy of the Naira. So what is the body language of government and its sectors?
No longer believes in the efficacy of
the Naira.
The Naira,
the
national currency.
Naira.
The national currency, yeah, okay.
They all believe, look, you want to keep your Commonwealth safe, go and buy dollars. But you see, what is America doing right to strengthen their dollar? What do we need to learn to strengthen the Naira? I have always said, look, let us commodify a product, invest heavily in it, push it out for export, attract FX, while investing heavily in its production in Naira. Are we attracting foreign exchange? We are spending. So if we do not look at these factors that have brought us here, and we continue to speak to these issues in isolation, oh, electricity tariffs have gone up, no, bring it down because the standard of living is this and all that. Oh, we can no longer cope, we cannot subsidize, so we're taking it off. What you continue to have will be that every man for himself approach will continue to increase. You have failures in the system. You have people intentionally sabotaging the system. You have people who clearly cannot meet those levels. And this is also because government for a long time continued to act as a Father Christmas, spending monies it should spend on infrastructure, on development, on growth, on building the economy, on subsidies. It was spending those monies on subsidizing what it had no business subsidizing, with very little on impact assessment, with very little on auditing. Then, again, the chicken has come to roost.
Now,
because what are those subsidies? You see, subsidy is like having someone hungry and inviting the person for lunch and giving the person a meal, no matter how fantastic that meal is, the lifespan is between 12 and 24 hours. And it will always end up in the restroom.
Indeed.
But the difference lies in saying, look, get a shop, do this, do that, build a business. So every time you want to eat, you have the resources to eat. These belts were tightening today, and all the tariffs that are going up, all the levies that are springing out, are things that government should have done intentionally over time.
Yes.